While I'm sitting here with Lisa, I just wanted to go over what actually an extensive process it is to release a suite and to get a good tenant for the property. So the first thing that we do is actually we start and we take lots of good photographs, don't we?
Yes, we do. We take photographs and then we do an individual listing on our website for the one particular suite. Prospective tenants can Google or any search engine our suites, and we do come up in the top 5 usually, and then they can go directly to the one listing. So we take photos, good description of the suite.
That's right. And one of the reasons why we come up so high on the rankings, every one of their photographs is tagged with your suite number on it as
yes.
well, and address, so we have that coming up as well. So we do a lot of things behind the scenes, a lot of SEO as they call it.
Yes.
So anyway, once you've got the listing up, we can get lots of people, you talk to them on the phone.
Yes, people can connect with me either by email through our website, or they are given my direct phone line, so they can call me and we can discuss the suite and when the next showing will be. And they can bring to the showing the application, which they can print off of our website and have it filled in and ready to go should they be in love with the suite.
Right.
Then our application process is quite stringent. We do...
well, the first thing, before we jump to that, first
yes.
of all, you're meeting them at the property,
yes.
and you're vetting them in person whether you like the look of them or not, correct?
Well, yes,
or how
that's
they sound
important.
on the phone. And
yes.
the personal contact is very important.
Yes, make sure they're a fit and the suite is a fit for them as well. It might look great on the internet, but it's very important that the suite works for them. Mm-hmm. And all the amenities as well.
So our application form is very comprehensive. Everything as allowed and required yes. by the Residential Tenancy Act. We do ask people their full names, where they're currently living, where they have been living. If less than 2 years, we want to have the previous address, their current employment, how much they're earning, references, bank references. We ask for all of these things, and then everything is verified.
Yes, absolutely. Right? It's verified before we will accept an applicant, a tenant, pardon me.
So what happens is that once the application has been received, one of the other property managers in the office will go through everything in very fine detail. And finally, once everything has been approved and we've had a credit check, and we won't take anybody less than 600, so they have to have a sort of a C+ minimum credit rating. And we look at the price of the suite and how much income they're making, like maximum 40% of gross income, so as they can afford to live there. Then Lisa comes into my office and actually verbalizes about the tenant, and we discuss the tenant. So it's a 3-tier process. So we're extremely cautious before we put anybody into a property, because once we've placed the tenant, we have the responsibility of dealing with them, and we want to make sure that there's no damage to the property. We also want to make sure that we're not going to be involved in a lot of shenanigans with a sort of not a good tenant. Once that's happened, the next thing is, well, the team. Lisa doesn't actually do this because there's a team of 3 other property managers included. But you're going to do a move-in condition?
Oh, then after the application is approved and we have received their half-month security damage deposit.
That's the maximum allowable by law,
yes.
incidentally, half a month in BC. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Then we do the lease documents, they sign the lease documents, and then when it's time to hand over keys, someone on our team, usually Tanya, will meet with them at the suite to do a thorough walkthrough inspection to know if there's any little deficiencies that they will not be responsible for when they leave.
And then when they do leave, we come back with that same move-in condition statement that they've already approved and signed, and that's brought out, and then we compare the state of the premise then and how it was before. And they're allowed reasonable wear and tear, but if there's anything much in excess of that, we will ask to claim back from the damage deposit to repair it. And if they're not happy with that, we will take them to arbitration.
And it's very rare. Our tenants
we have
take
a very
extremely good care of our properties.
Yeah.
We're
we try to have a very good rapport with the tenants and with the owners, obviously, but I'm just saying we do make sure that we enforce the rules to protect our owners. Thank you.
Of course.